Good evening. Happy Saturday. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We're gonna, let's see here. I think I might have to reset this. Kind of off my game a little bit here. There we go. Okay. Hello, Connie. Hello, Raven. Hello, Kathy. Change for good. Hello. Guys, welcome. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody has had a great week. Sorry, the short notice here. I really wanted to do a live show this weekend though because I have a few things I wanted to talk about. One, we're going to start off right with it. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody that has dealt with Hurricane Ian. It has wreaked some devastation to Florida, and it's completely ripped through Florida. I know a lot of our viewers have been affected. I wanted to bring up that there's been a lot of talk of donations. The one that I trust, people have been asking me my opinion of who I trust. I trust the American Red Cross. They're number one. They are accepting donations. There's a couple things we're going to talk about with that, though. One thing I wanted to bring up is you can donate on AmericanRedCross.org. Okay, that's probably the fastest way. Probably the best thing to do would be to donate money. The reason why it's not very good to donate goods, in my opinion, is because a lot of that may get set to the side. There's plenty of stuff that you can donate if you're close. You know, you can donate blood, you can donate with Hawksworth and all them. You can do all that. And I read where there's some places out of Wisconsin that are actually sending some blood to Florida from the blood banks and stuff like that. But as far as donations, you can also, and I did a little bit of research on this before we got on tonight, you can donate directly through your closest Red Cross. So if you don't want to do it online, if you don't want to, I know we have some people that may not have access or be able to donate online, but you can donate at your local Red Cross center. Ours in Cincinnati, Ohio here is on Dana Avenue in Norwood. So if you're from the Cincinnati area, you can directly donate a check, and you can look at maybe a list of the things they need, but they specifically say throughout a lot of these websites to not donate certain items because they will get put off to the side for the emergency items that they need. But I wanted to bring that up because, we have family down there, and thank God they're okay. And most of our viewers who live in Florida have tuned in, and they are okay. And that's good to hear. This is something that's been, we wanted to put this out here. We couldn't do it Friday night, but we wanted to put something out here today to make people aware of, one, our opinion on where to donate if you want to. Ours, Red Cross. Red Cross is the way to go. You know, it's being directly put to the fund. There's also some Florida websites you can go to. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of us have seen a lot of the photos and stuff on the news, but there is a lot of devastation. So any amount that we can help these people down in Florida, they're our neighbors, and we've got family down there. We've got viewers on here. Where we were in Orlando, we actually have a viewer, and I won't mention his name, but he shopped at the same stores that I went to when I was down there. He shops at those stores, and I don't know. I guess I kind of took that a little hard because it's like we were just there. We were just there, and so much flooding, and not just from the ocean, from a lot of the rivers down there. And pretty much for the last couple hours, I've been doing a little bit of research to try and find the best places to maybe donate. And the American Red Cross, that's number one, if you ask me. But just wanted to put that out here right away. If we can. If you can't, you can't. Times are tough right now, but if you can, I'm sure any amount that you can donate to the Red Cross for the Florida Fund to help some of these people. I think the hurricane did a lot more damage than people originally were going to think, or originally thought. Me and Jess were talking about it, and it just seems like even for most Floridians who have been through hurricanes. We get through snowstorms here in Cincinnati all the time in the wintertime. And people who aren't from around here, we know the difference between a good snowstorm and a bad snowstorm. It usually doesn't bother us. But when you have that one that's like, wow, all the power's out, all this other stuff, phone lines or electric lines are frozen, they're breaking, they're falling in the streets. That's a whole different thing. You don't realize how important it is to have power until you don't have it. And these are the kind of stories that we're getting from a lot of our viewers down in Florida and our family. And, just something I wanted to put out here. People were asking our opinion on where we should donate and stuff like that. It looks like American Red Cross is still number one. And there, again, if you know any Florida websites or anything that can help, put it on here, put it on the channel. This live show will be on repeat, so anybody who checks it out, I may actually even change some of the title of the live show after we're done with it, just so that it'll help, get information to people. But guys, happy Saturday. I hope everybody's had a great week. Hello, 54 Cal, Tanette, Michael Muse, Judy, Angie Sue, Chris Stapleton, Jason, hello, PFAM5. Fried chicken and Danno on a Saturday night. Boy, does it get any better than that. Maybe some Dunkin' coffee. Who are you going to call? Red Cross. When I was younger, when I was in high school, I took classes with Red Cross. I learned how to do CPR, different emergency, different situations and stuff. And I really learned firsthand how important American Red Cross is. And it's a great organization that is all about helping people. And that's what our channel here is all about, is helping people to save money with the prices that are hyperinflation. I know people have been throwing it out there, but we're seeing prices not just on food, and we may kind of branch off on the little things and start kind of looking at some other things other than food, clothing and other things that, you guys have been leaving a lot of comments. These are things we got to look at too, because they're not going down. I know I slide that in the comments sometimes, hopefully prices will start coming down soon, but I don't know. It's only gone up as far as we can see. Hey, Roby. Hey, Just Jana. Hey, Sean. How are you, buddy? Anne Marie, hello. Hey, look, there's Jess. Everybody saying hello. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Terry. Hello from the thumb of Michigan. We are seeing prices going up here, including the gas up over 50 cents a gallon. Glad you and your family are safe. Thank you. And yes, we have heard out in California. We have a lot of viewers from California. It's looking like gas is firing back up on the West Coast. Somebody said gas went up to $6.49. That's some of the highest gas they've ever had out there. So, gas went back up here too. It's now it was $3.49. Now it's $3.69. It was $3.39 when we first got back last week. And it went up to $3.49 the next day. I filled up when we got back, so that was good, I guess. And then today it's $3.69 a gallon. So it's starting to go back up again. Cheap Laugh Kennedy, hello. Hendry Loberts, hello. Hello, everyone from the Netherlands. Hello to you. Carrie Parks, hello. Hey, Yvonne. How are you? Zenachuma, hello, buddy. Love and blessings from Israel. Love and blessings from the States. Hey, Connie. How are you? The Penny Nanny, check with churches too. Absolutely. That's why, There's also one that I wasn't sure about. It's called the FFTP. Okay, now, some of these sites you look on, and this is why I always say Red Cross in these kind of situations, because it's a trusted organization. Now, I'm not saying this one isn't, but it's called the FFTP, which is Food for the Poor. And, I'm sure it's legit and everything, but I didn't really get into a lot of it. I didn't, a lot of the safety features and stuff like that. I was on my phone. If I'm on my computer, it'll show you, you know, the protected sites and all that stuff. I'm sure it's fine, but that's one I would look into. It sounds interesting because that's where it goes. A lot of the money goes right to the churches, which is important. Hendry says, already donated. Awesome. Awesome. Carl Bowles, hello. Carl Bolas. Greetings from sunny San Diego, California. Thanks, Danno and Jess, for being here for us. You are absolutely welcome. We are happy. We're happy to be hanging out with you guys tonight. Yeah, as you guys know, we went to the play last night, the show, Hamilton. It was absolutely amazing. If you have not seen Hamilton, it's an amazing show. It is a great piece of history. One of our long forgotten heroes of Alexander Hamilton. And, you know, yeah, it's, you know, I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it, but it's about the life of Alexander Hamilton and why he couldn't become president and a lot of different things. It's a great show. Great show. Really liked it. Tea and Books, hello. Hey, Lily. Kicking it country. What's up, Scotty? Kevin Foley, hello. Hi, Danno from Lakeland, Florida. No gas in a lot of stations. Walmart's lost all meat, milk, eggs, anything frozen. Yes, we've been hearing a lot about that. We heard one of our viewers, I don't know if he'll be on tonight, but one of our viewers down the street, there was a Walmart where they were completely wiped out of all the food, and it was sad to see. Some people send us pictures. I look at that as kind of private for people. I'm not going to post pictures, you know. I mean, I could ask, I guess, but I don't want, I don't know. It's just something that, it's a tough situation, you know. So it's something to where I don't really want to put that kind of stuff on the channel because it's sad. It's sad. And it ain't going to, looking at some of these things, aren't going to make the situation any better. So the best thing that we can do is donate, or if you know some of these, some family, friends in Florida, help them out. You know, if you have family, directly help them out. And you know, and they are our neighbors. They are our neighbors. I'm sure many of us visit Florida, you know, a couple times in a few years or something. You know, it's definitely an awesome vacation area where you can go to the beach. A lot of these beaches have been destroyed. Fort Myers, I'll tell you, some of the photos that I saw, it just looks devastated. I hope and pray that they're able to get it together. I pray for the people, you know, but at the same time, you know, they're going to need help. Patricia, hello. Ian was predicted to reach level 3 at Impact, and it ended up being just shy of 5. That was a monster. Yeah, and you know, that's something that... you're right, it was just under 5, and I feel like the way they go, it's like 100-mile-an-hour winds, crazy rain. If that's a Category 3, you know, I'm not sure the exact levels. I know Jess knows. She's like a master of weather. Hey DJI, what's up, buddy? But it just seems like even 100-mile-an-hour winds, Category 2, Category 3, it doesn't matter. 100-mile-an-hour winds is, you better be inside. You better be hunkered down because that's dangerous. Think about it. Constant winds of the fastest pitch in a Major League Baseball game, constantly. That's like somebody throwing rain going 100 miles an hour is not good. I mean, it's, there's, you know, that's why I don't really get people say, oh, well, it wasn't a Category 5, right? Well, a Category 3 can cause probably just as much damage. The way the storm went, I think, is what really caused the damage because it just kind of ripped through Florida. You know, we were down there right after Hurricane Irma, and it wasn't this bad. Right? Hurricane Irma was a Category 5. It had like 160, 175-mile-an-hour winds, I think, at one point. And I don't feel like it was as much devastating as this one. Hey, Gail. How are you? You have a great evening as well. Hey, Marcia. From Naples, Florida, finally got our power and internet. Feeling grateful to make it through the hurricane. Absolutely. So glad you're okay. Kicking a country says dropping in while watching some college football. Enjoy. North Carolina, they winning? Tommy Kramer says greetings from Illinois. Greetings to you. Hello, Trisha. Donated through Alexa. Hey, any way we can. Lisa B, hi from Boston. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Lisa. Chris saying, Marcia, glad you're okay. Yes, glad everyone. So far, a lot of you guys have tuned in to let us know that you're okay in Florida, and I tell you, it really, we have some very long time viewers on the channel who are from Florida, and it's crazy. Our hearts go out to you. Hendry says Red Cross is all over the world. Yes. Tommy says 58 cents good for canned vegetables at Walmart. That must be the universal price for canned vegetables at Walmart, because that's the same price I've heard all over the country. Yeah, that's about as cheap as it gets anymore. 58 cents at Aldi too now, so. Chris says, my friends lost their home on Sanibel Island. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully they're okay, though. Nocturno, $6.90 a gallon for regular gas in Lakewood, Long Beach, California. My goodness. Taz Stewart, hello. Portia Panacci says South Florida stores empty due to truck cease delivery. I am sure Walmart, no produce, no flour, no eggs, no milk, no chicken, etc. Jeez. Well, one thing I can say, at least I know from family that I have down in Florida, whenever there's a hurricane, I'll tell you what, I don't care if it was a small hurricane, and really, if there's any time to always be prepared, it is living in an area like that, because you always have the possibility this time of year to have a hurricane. So, and I'm not saying, it's like you don't think about it. And I remember they were saying that like 500,000 new people moved to Florida this year. So they're all new to Florida and they probably don't know any better. But yeah, if you've lived in Florida for a while, you got to make sure you got the pantry full and everything else. Because even if power goes out, I was telling Jess the other night, I said, if we lived in Florida, I would have a stack of wood in the garage with tarps all around it, stacked up on top of pallets, so that in case power went out and it got too crazy, I'll start a fire. Once it's over, once it passes, or have your Coleman grill ready, propane grills. That's good and all, but in case that stuff I have no problem with building a little fire and cooking everything that I make on a grill. I have grates. I am a camper. I am ready. So it's like, and that's how we need to think when we live in areas like this. During the wintertime here, it can get very cold. It can get well below zero. And, it's like you do have to kind of thin out. It's not like, it's going to rip through your house like a hurricane or something. But, when your power goes out, you got to have a way to cook. Nice having a little Coleman grill. It's also nice having a little stack of wood ready, maybe a little fire starter, just so it's easy for you. But it's good to pack these things in, especially if you live in Florida. Yes, Donna, the damage looks like it was as bad of a hurricane as I've ever seen. I think a lot of people from Florida, because there hasn't been a lot of what do they call it, the water surge that comes back up onto the land. That's not really been the case with the last few hurricanes, and I think that could be something what made this one more devastating was the storm surge. That's it. And it just, everything being flooded for so long, it can do a lot of damage quickly. because you got debris, you got cars, you got everything else moving around and slamming into things. It's not a time you definitely want to hunker down indoors. Noodlehead from Kentucky, enjoy your videos. Thank you very much. Donna Rafferty, hi Danno, good to see you. Say hello to Jess. Well, she's on here, I think. She's doing a couple things over in the other area. David Steven, hello. Eggs are now well over $5. What part? Where are you at? Our eggs went down for a little while. Now they're starting to go back up again. Glad you're doing good. Gail, Kimberly says hello from Illinois. Hello to you. A lot of people from Illinois on tonight. Chris says they're okay. That is awesome. Awesome. Good news. Tina Gordon, Plano, Texas, gas is $3.08. Well, that's not too bad. Portia says, thank God we have our home, though. We can pray for West Florida people lost their homes and everything. Yes, absolutely. Gary, the retired cable guy, says, praying for our Florida friends and family. We canceled our trip, next week trip. Small price to pay for what they're going through. Yes. When Irma hit, we thought we were going to have to cancel our trip, and that storm moved so fast, we were like, we did cancel it for a day, and then when we drove back, we probably should have waited another day, because when we drove back, we live in Cincinnati, so we take 75 south all the way down. We got right through Atlanta, and it was nothing but Florida license plates for forever. It was everybody trying to get back into the state, because everybody left Florida. And I'll tell you what, it took us like 20-something hours to get to Florida. Well, to Orlando, which Orlando, once you get into Florida, is probably about 4 hours south of that, so 3.5. But it was like 12. No gas. I had to pull over. We would wait in huge lines for gas. It was ridiculous. It was an experience. Marilyn says, hey Marilyn, my daughter just moved to Florida not even a month ago. Talk about bad timing. She moved to Daytona. Daytona got hit pretty good too. Luckily they were on that back end of it, which I don't think was as bad, but they did get a lot of the storm surge. And that's the bad part, I mean, as long as you got your windows boarded up, sometimes that ain't good either. I've been hearing some stories where that can actually be worse. Don't quote me on that, but I've heard a couple people say that the wind can actually pick up inside the wood and rip it off, but I don't know. I still feel like that would be better than leaving it open. But Donna Rafferty, hello from New York. Hello. Anna Marie, hi Danno and Jess from Lansing, Michigan. Next Saturday, go green. Go white, MSU versus Ohio State. All right. I like Michigan State. I'm just not a Michigan University fan. I'm not an Ohio State fan either. I mean, I'll watch them every now and then, but I'm not a big Ohio State fan. I like University of Cincinnati, UC, which we were in the championship game last year, if anybody knows. We got beat by Alabama, but for us to actually get to like the Super Bowl of championships, it was kind of an awesome year for Cincinnati last year. College, we made it to the final game, the BCS Bowl championship, and our Bengals made it to the Super Bowl. So that was pretty awesome. Hopefully we can do a repeat. Zena Chandler says, as the Girl Guides say, be prepared. Always got to be prepared. I always think of Scar from The Lion King. Be prepared. Oh. James Simmons, hello from Ripley, Tennessee. Hello. Patricia says, sent a portable power station and a solar panel to a friend in Tampa. The power station made it, but the solar panel got stuck in the flooding waters of Orlando. Man. Yeah, we saw a picture of Universal Studios. They have the Incredible Hulk roller coaster ride. Like, it's like underwater. Not completely, but like the bottom part of it's completely underwater. Cindy, hello. Hello from Fort Campbell. Tanette says, Dan, we preppers have all that anyway. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I didn't stress on it too much. But yes, just for those out there who are not prepared, it's always good to be prepared. You know, it's good to be prepared for a long time, but you know, if you know you can get through 30 days at least, I think that is like the bare minimum. Like, you got to make sure that you can survive for 30 days, right? You know, I mean, because we never know what's going to happen. You know, I won't go into other things that happened a couple years ago, but we all know, and it's always good to be prepared. Portia says, my son is a helicopter rescue. The damages are horrendous. Yes, yes, I've seen a lot of pictures. I've got sent some pictures from some of our viewers that live in Florida, and I mean, they're a lot worse than the ones you see on the news. Tommy says, I got the 60 count eggs from Walmart for under $10. Yes, ours went from 10.05, and now they're 10.98. So they've almost gone up $1. They were 14.55 a little over a month ago, so I'll take it for now. Pinch Runner, hey buddy. Hi Danno, many lessons learned about food and preps with Hurricane Ian. Greetings from Central West Florida. Our economy is a cash economy with grid down. Don't let them do the digital dollar. Yes, and Pinch Runner, glad you are safe. I know it's been devastating down there. I don't know if you just jumped on, but we were talking about Red Cross earlier and some other donating sites. So any way that we can help, we need to. And it doesn't matter how much it is, $10, $20, whatever. You know, if we all help out a little bit, donate to Red Cross or some of these other sites, and again, if you guys know other ones that are better, or some churches, people that are going to directly help the people that are there, that is what's important. So, you know, we wanted to, it's really, I wasn't even going to do, I mean, normally I probably wouldn't have done the live show on a Saturday night, but hey, I'm glad that you guys are all here, and great to hang out with you guys, and, you know, just, we really wanted to get this out there, wanted to put in our 2 cents, you know, of everything going on, because, and we've gotten a lot of comments on how's our family and all that stuff, and I was telling Jess, I was like, we have to do something this weekend to kind of spread the word. Pat says, another Illinoisan. Illinoisan, that don't sound good. Gail says, we live in Michigan. We have some fun winter. Well, I bet. I have all my prepping done and add every time I can. Wood, protein, oil, lamps, candles, etc. Yes, you're smart. Always good to have candles. We've probably got like 100 candles. All the time. In every room. Hey, Victoria. Victoria Neitzel says, hi, Danno. From Iowa. Just seeing you're on live. Yes. Yeah, I know it's a little different. Glad you guys are all on here tonight, though. It's always great to hang out with you guys, and especially we could all come together during this tragedy in Florida. I mean, it's something that we watched a lot of this happen, and it's heartbreaking when you see something like this happen, and you're so far away that you can't. And luckily, our family is fine, but there was about a 24-hour period where we couldn't get a hold of one of our aunts, and it was a little scary. And you know, we finally did, and she got through. They were out of power. Florida was, I guess, they were moving in some mobile cell towers or something so that people could get a hold of their families. How awesome is that? Like, I mean, that's incredible. And yeah, I mean, technology, I know a lot of people always say technology is terrible and everything, but in cases like this, it helped. It helped, because who knows how long we would have, you know, if we didn't have cell phones and stuff, who knows how long it would have been before we'd have gotten a hold of them. We'd probably be driving to Florida to make sure they're okay. Teresa, hi Dana from Central Illinois. Wow. Illinois, I don't know how many viewers we have from Illinois, but it's got to be in the hundreds. James Brown. Nope, cash is king, gold and silver. I lost one home in Naples, 450,000. Full insurance now, just waiting for insurance agents. Now? You lost your house like in the storm here? Boy, I hate hearing that, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know the insurance is going to be a big thing down in Florida. Hopefully they get to you quickly. Cindy says, my daughter and her family are in West Palm Beach. Not too much damage, just a lot of rain. Marcia says, 8 people have already lost their... Yeah, I know. And it is something I'll say right here. Like, the news, and this is what I hate about the news. It's what I hate about regular news. They get on there, like, the day after, right? The day after, and they say, hundreds of lives lost in Florida. And I look over at Jess, and I'm like, really? Like, how do you know that? Have you done a count? Like, there's no... And then you'll start hearing all the actual numbers later on. Like, don't even bring that up. You have people that are terrified right now. And then you're just throwing that number out there. Tune in at 11. I hate that. You know? If there's anything good about social media and all this, it's like... You're getting the direct, view from people, at least. It's why I do the videos the way that I do them. I have people that get on here, and, they're like, oh, well, those shelves aren't empty, or those prices aren't bad. It's like, take it for what you want. I'm showing you what it is. I'm not telling you my opinion of it. Sometimes I do, if what I like, which macaroni and cheese I like. But it's what I'm showing you. And I agree the news shouldn't show all this, but you shouldn't just go on TV and say a number like that. That's ridiculous. Because it'll change. It always does. Thank you, Jason. Yes, everybody give us a thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, this will help spread this message out across the world. I'm really hoping that we have a lot of people that come to the live shows after the live show to watch this. And that's why I wanted to start out tonight when we started with a lot of, where you can donate or just the fact to donate. Because I think it's actually a little worse than what they're actually saying on the news. And they really bubble things around when they talk about that stuff. So it's like when you have family and friends that are in Florida telling you the kind of devastation it is. I'm seeing a beach with a palm tree getting split in half. I'm not seeing the houses that have gotten run through. They've showed a couple things, but not like what I'm hearing on here. Thank you, Roby. Thank you, Erica. Hey, Erica. How are you? Ed Preston. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Kennedy. Portia says directly donate to victims. With Casey DeSantis set up directly to victims, all mobile homes were destroyed in Fort Myers, and they are not rich. Absolutely, and that's why I say anything that you know that you can directly help out is the best way to help out. That's the key, and that's why I say Red Cross, because it's all being directly helped out for everyone. Also, with churches, somebody brought that up. The churches, different food centers, food banks, all these things. Hawksworth Blood Center. Find out if your Hawksworth is sending blood to Florida. There was a big, I just Google stuff, and it was a big thing from Wisconsin. Like a lot of these Wisconsin hospitals were taking portions of their blood banks that they had and were actually sending blood to Florida. So I'm sure they're not the only ones, but there was a big story on that. So that's probably, if there's as much devastation as everybody is saying, they will probably need blood and stuff. And one thing I do like about Hawksworth is when, they don't hesitate to say, we have too much, stop sending it. Like, if you notice in all these kind of events, they come on here and say, stop sending it. We have more than enough. I like that. I like that because it's like, if we're wanting to help, then it's good to help. but you want to help in the ways that you can. That's why, like, a lot of these websites are saying, don't send this, don't send this, don't send this, because it's not going to get to the people. There's a lot of things, like if you want to send, I don't know, I've read something about canned goods, and a lot of that stuff may get put to the side because they're focused on water and some other things, maybe lighter stuff. I don't really know. It wasn't very clear. That's why I say you got to be careful with who you donate to, right? I won't name some of the ones that I disagree with, but I just wanted to say the ones that I do agree with, and that's Red Cross, food banks, direct stuff that is going right to the people. Tanette says, I love technology. Absolutely. Me and Jessica saved a fortune at Kroger today. Didn't do a video on it. We actually went to Big Lots where we spent, I don't know, Big Lots is getting ridiculous. But those digital coupons, I know some people hate them, but boy, we saved a lot of money today. And really cheap prices, too. I mean, well below even what they were a year ago with the digital coupon. Pinch Runner says, it is so wonderful to have all the love and support coming from communities like this. Prayer makes a difference. Absolutely. Pray for our strength, our resources, electric, insurance, honest contractors. You got it, buddy. We have been, every time we sit down, every time we eat, you guys are in our prayers before we go to bed. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. You know, they say that sometimes, you know, things affect you more when you're directly affected, right? Our family lives down there. We're directly affected by this. But since we have started this YouTube channel, we have gotten to know a lot of you, and we consider you guys, you know, a family. You know, you guys, especially everyone who comes on here for the live shows, because, you know, it's like we love being able to chat with you guys directly. And I know it's not face to face, but it's like, in a way, it's like we're all hanging out here, drinking our coffee, having a good time. And, you know, it's like the more and more people we get to know, we know people from all over the world now. It's absolutely amazing. You guys are making the channel happen as we spread the real news out across the world. Because that is exactly what it is. That's what I wanted this to be. I wanted it to be more of the take it for what you will, be prepared, and you can save money if you do this. Like, I mean, that's kind of the 3 steps of this channel, you know, but at the same time, you know, you guys are amazing. And we're blessed. We're blessed to have so many awesome people on the channel here. Because you look at a lot of these channels, it's like, wow, like, I don't know how somebody's, you know, it's just, I guess it's the crowd that is drawn to the channel. And people say, you know, we get comments, oh, you should have 100,000 subscribers. You should do this. Like, you know what? We're fine. We're fine right where we are. We are good. You know, we are constantly building, but the purpose is to build the community, to build the message, to build, you know, to make sure that we're all being taken care of, you know, as far as being able to save money, gas, all kinds of things, all the things that are costing a fortune in this world, we help each other out, right? Because you see all the people that I said that are from Illinois. Chances are you have the same grocery stores. I know a couple of them, like Jewel. We don't have that around here. They are all over in Illinois. So you guys could compare some of your prices and actually save. I convinced we have people that live just 30 minutes north of here that come down here to shop at our Kroger's because you can buy a gallon of milk for $1 or $2.19 now. It went up. But it's over $3 up north, just 30 minutes north of here. So they're coming down, they're saving money. Of course, you got to do the math, like if it's worth it for you to drive. But yeah, you know, and that's what the whole purpose of this is that we all communicate and you know, just, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. I'm sorry. I know I'm blabbering. I don't have Jess right here to slap me in the back of the head and stop me. Christine, hello. Niece said it topped her palm tree and got part of the roof. They hadn't fixed yet. It's probably going to take a little while, but you know, that's all that happened. That don't sound too terrible. As long as people are okay, that is the important thing. You can replace a house, you can replace a car, you know. Yeah, pinch. Yeah, canned goods are too heavy. I wasn't sure really. Like, I'm sure there's a way you could do that, but money, cash, that's better because that'll be put toward that stuff. Excuse me. Genachuma says, amazing that we now have the ability to be warned so far in advance. Absolutely. We were talking about that the other day. Trisha says, Samaritan's Purse is an excellent organization. Okay. Samaritan's Purse. Mike McConnell says, hello, how's everybody doing? We are doing great, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Dawn Clevenger. Comcast was supposed to be making a lot of hotspots available. Maybe that will help you with no internet. Yes, we heard Comcast, not Verizon. There was another one too. I think maybe AT&T. I don't know. There was another one. Again, we are keeping up in real time with the comments, guys. I kind of gotta have to these days. So if I happen to miss one of your comments, leave it again, and we'll try and get to it. I try to read through all of them if I can. Carol Main, hello, Danno and Jessica. Hope you are well. Yes, we are, Carol. Hope you're well. Tina Gordon says, have you tried? No, we haven't. No, and we probably should. The ibot, however you like to say it. Ciabatta. I think Jess has messed around with that some. I haven't really. There's a couple things that she was using there for a while, and I've been hearing more and more about that one, so we probably should. Grandma Prepper says my son is in St. Pete and totally got missed. Yes, we've been hearing like Tampa. Tampa was originally going to get the blast of it, and then it started moving more south and cut through. So it wasn't as bad there. They're saying on the news, and who knows, but they're saying that if it would have directly hit Tampa, that would have been the worst possible scenario. I don't know if there's a good scenario in all of it, in any of it, but yeah, I really don't know. But glad your son got missed by the storm there. Gail says, I have family, friends in Florida, South, and North Carolina. Okay. I don't know if you're still on here, Scotty. Did you guys get any of the storm? You're in North Carolina, ain't you? Let's see. Effie Larkin, hello from Canada. Hello. How are you? Effie knows all about cold weather. Portia says, yes, family is everything. Thank you for all you do. Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. Family is everything. James Brown says, you're right. You are doing good. Don't need 100,000 subs. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was just using that as people, and thank you. I appreciate that. I'm flattered by that. But yeah, no, we're happy where we are. We're happy, we're growing. But as we're growing, I feel it's easier to build on a slower level. You get I knew a guy who he was doing some kind of gaming channel, and his channel just blew up, right? But you're not involved with your viewers, right? I know, and there may be a time where it's going to be harder for me to do things like this and comment and all this stuff all the time, because you guys know I like to comment on everything if I can. But yeah, he was never able to respond to a lot of his viewers, and eventually it just kind of all crashed on him, and he doesn't really have a channel anymore. And it's like, I kind of told him, he was asking me for like pointers and stuff. I said, you got to kind of interact with the people that are watching your show. Because, it's like if you don't talk to them in a way that you're getting on a personal level, I don't know. I guess I look at it differently, because he disagreed with me. But, it's like, it's all about being steady with everything. That's how I'm able to do a video every day. If I get all worked up, then there's no way I'd be able to do this at the level that I'm doing it. And we appreciate what you do, Dana. Thank you very much. Tanette says, we love you and Jess. Thank you. Carol says, Jessica, you were so lovely wearing your Disney. I don't know if that's the. Oh, her earrings. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, at the show? Yeah, that was a fun time. That was a great time. We were gonna, because we weren't sure if we really got the message out good enough that we weren't having a live show last night, because a lot of people were still asking us, leaving in the comments, see you tonight and everything. And I thought I had mentioned it in last week's live show, but we wanted to put a post out there just so everybody knew what was going on. Me Too says, exactly right, always prepared. Heck yeah. Patricia says 6 p.m. is better for me than 7. Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe in the future, I don't really know. Like with Friday, it'd be kind of hard for me. I don't know. I thought about dialing it back a little bit to maybe like 7 o'clock. I have switched before. I've kept it at 7:30 for a long time, but I don't know. We may do like 7 or something on Friday. We just kind of had to figure that out as we go, because Friday's pretty busy. Cindy says, how did you like that broccoli cheese soup you got from Sam's the other day? I thought it was fantastic. Jessica liked it. We actually talk about that a little bit in today's video for tomorrow. I guess it's got mustard in it. I would have never known that if she didn't say that. There's some kind of mustard flavor that she didn't really care too much. She likes it, but it's, I don't know. I love it. I thought it was delicious. We still have a whole other container, so I'll probably be eating that at some point this weekend. Carol says, Danno, did you receive message about Pringles chips? I don't know. I've gotten a couple messages about that they're on sale. The $1.29 digital coupon deal. If so, yes, I did. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the... Yeah, I did see that. The thing where you put it in the microwave or something, and it's like the chemical reaction or something. Was that you who sent that? I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna try that, but if that's what you're talking about, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Pinch Runner says, just so y'all know, even people who are fully insured have 5 to 10% deductibles of the value of your home for hurricane claims. So if you have a $300,000 home, you can have $15,000 to $30,000 deductible before it kicks in. Yeah, it's the same. Down here we have, I don't understand. I mean, I know Florida you don't have a choice, but down along the Ohio River, down near like the East End and the East Side, all around the river, they have these houses that keep getting destroyed every few years because of constant flooding. I mean, it's like the Ohio River floods, and it's like that's why people will buy a house and be like, oh, I just bought a house. Oh, where at? On Eastern Avenue. Oh, good luck. Because, yeah, I would not do that. It's, and that's what I was getting to is the insurance. Like, the houses are dirt cheap, but the insurance is ridiculous. And you have like you said, like a 10% deductible. So you could actually pay more for a deductible than you would pay for like your house. Well, maybe not that bad, but yeah, for that area, I don't know why they keep rebuilding houses down there. I think it's ridiculous. But yes, in Florida, you don't have much of a choice because you dig that far into the ground and you are in water. It is crazy. You're sand. Like the entire state is sand. That's crazy. Cindy says, Patricia says houses have doubled in price from 2 years ago. I doubt everyone doubled their insurance to cover what it costs to replace it in today's market. Yeah. Effie says, our hearts go out to everyone just devastating Hurricane Ian. We are hoping for food and shelter for all of you quickly. Yes, yes. And again, for those of you guys who are just now coming to the live show here, we were talking about Red Cross. There was another one, something purse. I forget. Let me see here. I was looking online for a bunch of places. I don't see it on here. There was another one somebody was talking about. But yeah, we were talking about, there's churches down there that are accepting donations everywhere. Any food bank, just being away. And that was one thing part of why I wanted to talk about Red Cross too is because I know we have a lot of viewers that don't like doing the digital coupons or anything online or anything like that. So I just was thinking in my head, like, well, if you donate through Red Cross, you do not have to do this online. You could literally go to your nearest Red Cross, give them a check or cash, and they will put it right to the right place. Like if you are in Cincinnati, that would be on Dana Avenue in Norwood. That is, you can go there and donate whatever, and they will send it directly to them in Florida. So it's good to know that it's being directly routed to them if you didn't want to do that online. Obviously, it's easier to just do it online and probably quicker, but and save gas. But I understand a lot of people don't have the means to do that or want to do that. So, I mean, that is one way. And there, of course, there's all kinds of other ways to donate. Jason says, do midnight with Danno. You know, I've thought about doing. I was up when we got home last night. It was about 11:45, and I was like, maybe I'll just get online and see who all's on here. And I don't know. I may do something like that sometime. I was ready. I was like, I even made a cup of coffee. I was like, there's no way I'm going to fall asleep. I am wired. I was too. That show was incredible. I'm a history buff. I love history. I love U.S. history. I love that, just the story, the way it flows. It's great. It's great. If you've not seen Hamilton, I will say, if you have like Disney Plus, they have the actual original play, the actual original show from the original characters on there, and because they like wrap the show, so some of it may be a little hard to understand. I probably, like I told Jess, I said I'm glad I watched the show on Disney because I probably would have been lost for some of the stuff because a lot of it's hard to keep up with. But once you kind of get the hang of how they do it, it's very interesting. It's cool how they do it. It's amazing. You will love Alexander Hamilton after that show. You'll be collecting old $10 bills. Let's see. Tanette says, Jess looks so lovely with her hair down. I can hear her in there doing something. I don't think she's on here, but I will let her know. Patricia says, yesterday morning there was a light frost in my backyard. Yeah, it's been getting chilly here in the mornings. I think it was like 45 here this morning. Didn't last long though. It was a nice day. Got up to 70, 71. Zenachuma said, media said many didn't have flood insurance. See, I don't know. Like, I know with a lot of... See, in Florida, I'm sure maybe some didn't, who just didn't pay after their agreement or something. Because I think if you buy a house in Florida, I think you have to have flood insurance. I don't think you get out of that one. I am same with down here. Same with the houses I was just talking about along the river there. You have to have flood insurance because that's, it's going to happen. Oh, Wendy said Samaritan's Purse. I knew it began with an S. Samaritan's Purse. Okay, yeah, so that's the other one you can donate to. Yeah, any way we can get direct donations to Florida would be the best. Anything that has to travel through 2 or 3 different trucks is going to not be a good way to do it. Carol says, Danno, put Pringles chip on a spoon and on a baking tray, use a candle light and watch it destroy. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that. That would be funny. Do you put it in the... So you don't have to put it in the oven? Or do you... I don't know why I was thinking you not turn the oven on, but you set it in the oven while you do that? Like... Excuse me. That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to try that. Hey, Metal. Metal says, you should go to Aldi soon. My Aldi is having very good sales. And just asking if you won't do a video at Spirit Halloween store. Oh, who knows? Maybe. I love Spirit Halloween. Everybody always talks so much crap about Spirit Halloween. I love that place. I never really buy anything. I mean, it's very expensive. And a lot of the stuff we ever get for Halloween, we get probably Walmart or Big Lots. But they got some cool stuff. They got really good Halloween masks. I love going around and stepping on all the different monsters, the different buttons where they activate and go crazy. That'd be fun. I might actually do that. That'd be fun. I know they're putting one up in Kenwood, not too far from here, so might go up there. Portia says Red Cross not good. I don't know. I don't know. Mary Martinez says my house has gone up so much that I wouldn't afford it now if I was looking to buy one. Or couldn't, yeah. I know, I'm hoping, I don't want to say I'm hoping for the housing market to crash, but I mean, some of these houses around here, people are just charging an arm and a leg. That's why we have not bought a house yet. We were going to last year, and it sold right from under. I mean, it was like crazy. Like, it ended up selling for like $60,000 more than it was originally going to sell for. And I was like, well, it's not so bad here right now. Carol says, sorry, watch it destroy. No, I got you. The chip. That's funny. Yeah, Portia, I'm afraid I got to disagree with you on that. Red Cross, they're pretty good in my book. GJ, hello GJ, says, I'm signing up to take the Red Cross first aid and CPR course. Thanks for mentioning that. Didn't know it was a thing. It was when I was in high school. So, yeah, we were not forced to do it. I did volunteer, and it was great. It was great. I did a lot of little programs like that. It's good to know CPR. It's good to know CPR. It's good to know the Heimlich maneuver. You learn all this stuff. The Heimlich maneuver can be deadly if you don't know how to do it correctly. There is there's a specific way. There's a way you have to hold your hands. You got to know, like, if it's a big guy, you got to know how to do it there. If it's a baby, it's a completely different way to do it. I mean, it's, yeah, Red Cross is awesome. I loved it. I loved doing those courses. And my family's all firm believers in the Red Cross. My mom, she's worked with the Red Cross years ago, and she's great with doing, she knows all the different things. So it could have been my inspiration to do the classes too. But yes, take it. Do the, you're going to learn. Who doesn't love learning, right? I do. Don Williams says, you and Jess are doing a great job. Thank you so much for your hard work. Do you get weird looks from people in the stores? Nowadays, it seems like everybody knows us in the stores. I'm having people come up to us left and right. This guy came up to me the other day. He's like, what do you think of them prices, Danno? I said, they're terrible. But it's funny. Yeah, no. Yeah, we get weird looks every now and then. Some people, come and stare, and I'll be like, hey, how you doing? They're like, are you from the show? And I'm like, yep. But yeah, everybody around here seems like they've got to know us. We're even at Meijer, like, there's employees coming up to us and stuff like, we really like your show and everything. I'm like, thank you. Sorry to talk bad about Meijer. We love Meijer. Well, you guys know I love Meijer. Some of the stuff, it's like, if I'm going to pay a fortune for chicken, well, then I'm going to pay a fortune at Meijer, because Meier's chicken is good. Yeah, that's pretty much the only chicken, either there or Members Mark. We get Members Mark a lot because it's cheap. But I would still say I think Myers Chicken is better. But, just depends on what store we're at, really. Not going to buy it at Kroger. You guys know how I feel about Heritage Farm. I just do not like it. It's too tough. When you make chicken in a soup and it's tough, I'm sorry, but and I slow cook, right? So it's like if it's tough in that, forget it. Like something's wrong. I got you, Carol. Okay, that's gonna be fun. I might throw that in a video. That'd be awesome. Tanette says Danno, the Ohio Valley, actually has an autumn this year. Yes, I know. It's kind of cool. Chilly. I'm surprised that the leaves aren't turning as fast as. I guess it will, though. It will, because it has been colder. Sheila says, that's a great idea, Spirit Halloween. I've never been there. It's awesome. They're like, it's funny. Like, they kind of just pop up. Like, if you have a store that has been closed for a while, that is the place to look. Because sometimes you can't even find them online. Like, you'll just be driving down, like, hey, remember that, service merchandise right there? Well, it's a Spirit Halloween now. Like, wow, at least they used something with that empty space that's been sitting there for 20 years. But yeah, they just pop up out of nowhere. I remember when the everything was going down. There was I think it was Kings Island or something. Everything was closed down because of you know what, and they had like a Spirit Halloween on the Kings Island sign. Patricia says colors are changing west of Cleveland. Oh yeah, they're gonna start changing here. So the ones we got back here in like our little wooded area here, I feel like they don't really change colors. I feel like they fall off and die. Now the ones further out down the street, yeah, they'll be beautiful. Red, green, or red, orange, yellow. It'll look nice. But these ones out here, I don't know. Last few years they've just went from green to nothing. Let's see. Gail says I lived in Florida when you know there was a hurricane coming. Insurance. This is what we did. Our insurance company told us this. Our insurance was one rate and flood. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure that's the best way because yeah, if you try to get that when you see a little hurricane off in the distance, yeah, it's gonna be costly. They are building so many cheaply made wood houses and apartments here in Florida, and they're way overpriced. 2008, here we come again. I don't really know. A lot of the houses that I've seen in Florida look like they're pretty well built, but I don't know. Like I know the family that we have down there, their houses are pretty solid. James says Red Times is good. The ports don't know what you. Oh, Red Cross is good. Yeah. No. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. We've never had a bad experience with them. So it's always been good. Always been good on this end. Carol says, Dano and Jessica, you are such darlings and we love you so much. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. We love you guys. Zenachimba, yes, all first responders. And that's the thing that kills me. It's like you have these people, like there's a story, and I don't know if some of you guys heard it. We were talking about it. This couple tried to go and survive the storm out on their sailboat, right? In the middle of the storm. They're like, it's like thrilling, sure. But, their sailboat got destroyed. They survived because of first responders. These first responders had to risk their lives to come save you. Right? And it's like, that was not needed. So it's like, for everybody, people don't think about that. I understand thrill seekers and all that stuff. But it's like, people are putting their lives on the line to save you if something happens. And sure enough. And some of these weather guys, I gotta say, like, you got Cantori and all these guys from the Weather Channel. They're out there standing in 150 degree winds. Cantori got knocked over by a palm tree that went by. got straight flat on his face, got knocked down on the ground. And I'm just thinking, like, you are out here talking about how people shouldn't be out in this, and here you are. Like, I mean, that's just, I don't know. It's why I hate TV. No. I mean, I like the Weather Channel, but it's like they live for this. You know, they get ramped up, you know, and there's this one guy on there. I turned it off. I was like, this guy is like freaking people out that aren't even in Florida. You know, it's, I don't know. Victoria says Palmolive dish soap is so watered down now. I've bought it for years, but I will buy it no more. Yes, we noticed this a few months ago. I actually did a little test. Um, it has watered down, and it's funny. Like they have a very expensive version now. Food almost done. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, dinner's almost done. That's what she's been doing. Yes, win. Oh boy, yeah. Sorry, we were gonna do just an hour show tonight. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Let's see, we'll get through the comments here. Yeah, oh, Palmolive. Yeah, the really expensive kind, and it's really thick. But I feel like that's the same stuff that regular Palmolive was, you know, a few months ago, and now they're just charging more for it. They call it a fancy name, like I don't know. Marilyn says my town has had a Spirit Halloween a couple years now. Has had or hasn't had? I know there was a year or two that went by that we couldn't find one, and found out they'd been going up to Kemper. Was one right down the street from us, and that's why we thought, you know, they would go there. But they literally spring up wherever they can. And then, you know, it's like you pretty much just got to ask around, like, hey, have you seen a Spirit Halloween? You know, and then eventually, you know, somebody will say, yeah, I saw it up the road. Carol says, do you guys have Baxter's products like soup? I don't think so. I wouldn't know where to get it. Not at Kroger's. Pinch Runner says, why are comments disappearing? They are not inappropriate. First, different opinions we can discuss on this channel. Always have been able to. I haven't noticed any comments disappearing. Unless people are taking comments down. Did somebody remove one of your comments, Pinch? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I see somebody's retracted a comment. Let's see. I see he said, I need to walk the pups. We took 6 extra rescue dogs for evacuees and rescues during the hurricane. They go home tonight. Dogs are easier than extra people. Oh, they have been a joy. That's awesome. Good, very good of you. Very good of that. Didn't guess one of my comments and some others. I read them and then they quickly disappeared. So, is anybody? Let me know here. Are any other comments? Any of your other comments being erased here? Let me know if anybody else's comments have has that happened. Yeah, because I will quickly put an end to that. I don't know though. I mean, it's probably an accident. Not by me. I'm not doing it. Patricia says, got a Zoom meeting every night at 7:10, so I have to go. But it's been a pleasure being here with all of you. Enjoy your Saturday night, friends. And thank you so much. Thank you. And have a great weekend. Raven says, our old Toys R Us is always some Halloween store. That was ours. That was our Spirit Halloween. That's funny. Old Toys R Us. Marilyn says, now that is ridiculous. Why would you go out in a boat in a hurricane? I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. That's just one example, though. It's like, and that's the one I've heard of, but I'm sure there was probably hundreds of cases where people were out swimming in the surging waters, and, it's like, who knows what happened? I mean, there's crazy stuff everywhere. But yeah, hearing that story, I was like, that's ridiculous. Our first responders out of service, Boca, Florida. After that, you're on your own. Yes. Metal says, one more thing. Are you going to watch the Spirit Halloween movie? And if you are, can you do a review on it? I didn't know there was a Spirit Halloween movie. Probably watch. I don't know. I think we're gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2 here tonight. You're very welcome, Marcia Tanette. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Dawn is still the same. That's what we use. We always get the big, the blue one. But it seems to be just as good as ever. I switched from, I used to swear by Palmolive. We used it years ago, and I quit because it was like, it kept getting expensive. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. And we started getting the Dawn, and I thought it worked a lot better. Some, yeah, you might have to use a little bit more, but you find a good deal on the big thing of it. It kind of works itself out. Just gonna kind of skim over here, guys. Got to get ready for dinner. $54 Cal says frozen potatoes here at Aldi and Walmart are completely out. Yeah, we're getting a lot of comments on the frozen potato products again. I feel like we've got more than a lot of people. No, we haven't, Carol. That's kind of what tonight was. A little bit of a charity event. No, I would have loved to set something up in here. I'm just not that smart. Maybe in the future, it's like I really wanted to have something set up to where people could directly donate to Red Cross or some of these other sites. But that's another thing too. Like, I don't know, a lot of these, I don't know who to trust. It's like there's a handful out there that I do, and some of the ones I was looking at, I was like, oh, a lot of these are kind of sketchy. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to wing it. But yeah, it's definitely something I would have wanted to have in the show tonight. Bench says, keep sending us love and light to Florida. You got it, buddy. So that says, YouTube removed some of my comments yesterday that we had. Oh. Well, yeah, I know that some wording can, YouTube may take it down. And I don't know why, but that does happen. DJI says, you should be able to see who is deleting comments, Danno. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I didn't see anybody who deleted anything. Grandma Prepper says, have a great night, everyone. Gotta go. Marilyn says, what did Jess make for dinner? We're kind of having like a little snack thing where she made like these little taquito things. Fried those up and something else. Oh, we're trying the Budweiser mozzarella cheese sticks. We got a lot of comments on this when we went to Sam's Club the last time, so I figured, well, we'll give them a shot. Haven't tried any of the Budweiser. I hope they're not. I hope that I know she hopes they don't taste like beer. I hope so too. It's just beer batter, so we'll see what happens. We got a lot of good comments on it though. Sending good night to you, Carol, Dana. Thank you so much for sharing your vlog. You are very welcome, Jeannie. Hello. I would think most churches will be taking up a collection tomorrow to be sent to Florida. Absolutely, and after, yeah, yes, that is a good. I'm sure a lot of churches around here too are going to be doing that. Probably maybe all over the world. So yes, that is something to look into. Also. Carol, I will give Jessica a hug from you. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Didn't even know if we were going to be able to do a live show. But glad we were able to talk about this. It's been, it's kind of a weight off our shoulders here, at least for getting it out here to you guys. We wanted to discuss a little bit of what's going on. Let everybody know that our family is safe, and we are hoping and praying for your families down in Florida. And it's great when it's like we've gotten some emails and comments a family that some of you haven't been able to find, and now we have, and it's like, you know, it's like that's a big relief, you know, and it's good to, and also if you leave a comment like that, make sure you let us know when everything, because you know it's like then we're thinking about it, and it's like, you know, I was glad because we had a couple people, I won't name names, but that they let us know that their family is fine. It was like, you know, it was good to know that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. Don't forget, if you can, make sure you donate to the cause and help out any way that you can for our friends and family in Florida, our neighbors, you know, because they need it. And you know, that's pretty much it, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. With all that being said, I am out, and always remember the adventure is out there.